Hello, online crew. How are you today? Do you know what these are? Does anybody remember these as a kid? Let me know. You're probably thinking, what are they, Helen? So have a look closely. Do you know what they are? Put it in the comments if you know what these are. And I'll make a point in a moment regarding why the hell am I showing you these games on my live today. So I've got a point to sort of share with you why these things are important to understand what life is like. Okay, this will all make sense in a second. So let me know if you know what these things are. And if you don't, that's cool. I'll explain it in a second. So how is everybody today? Thank you for those of you that have found me early. I am half an hour earlier than I normally am live because I've got to host a webinar in 30 minutes. So thank you to those that have found me early. I want to share with you today a conversation around mistakes and failure and how, do you know what I mean when I say Donkey Kong? Do you know the game Donkey Kong from your childhood? Do you know, I'm sure it's not just an Australian thing. I want to know if you know what I mean by the name Donkey Kong. And in the same family, there's Mario Brothers and there's Greenhouse. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about when I show you these things called Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers, or Greenhouse? And I'll get to my point in a moment. So welcome to the live today. This is my first live of the week where I share with you something thought-provoking, something to do with mindset, personal development, personal growth, to help you think about being a better version of yourself and hopefully acting on something that I share with you. So not only for yourself, that you can step into the person that you want to be successful or need to be, but you can also share this with other people that you work with. And this is my point for today's live. What I'm going to share with you today is a conversation, if you've got team members, a conversation that you could have with somebody in your team to try to make sense of this weird, wonderful journey that we are on with home-based businesses. So if we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain. I'm here for you of service to our amazing online crew community here of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in network marketing. And you want to learn to leverage modern social media strategies to build your business online and attract people to you. That's what we're here to do. This is what I do. I'm in the industry with you, building a team globally, and everything that I share with you is stuff that I'm going through myself, experience myself on social media, what's working, what's not working, sharing all those kind of things. So if you've got a home-based business of any sort, you are in the right place. Now, just remember the link for what's coming up for the week. If you go to helenmartinonline.com/events, then everything I've got going on during the week, the coming week, is on that link. So we've got Clubhouse tomorrow, where we're talking about the perception of this industry and how we can turn that around. Really important discussion to have, guys. So join us on Clubhouse tomorrow. And the link for that is there. Coaching community members, we're diving deeper into Facebook and Instagram stories this week. So the link and the times and the details for all of that is there. My last live video of the week is only on my social media group, so the link for that is there. The video challenge, who's joining us on the next video challenge? So the online crew video challenge, 14-day, completely free, starts on the 18th of October to the 31st of October. So completely free, 14 days. I'll give you the guidance. I'll give you the content. I'll give you the technical skills. I got you covered. So helenmartinonline.com/video. So if I just find that here, hang on, sorry, Instagram people, I have to move you over. If you go here, I've got to sort out a different setup with my phone. So I'm on this camera over here to Facebook, YouTube, and my free group. And over here, I'm live over on Instagram. So hello, Instagram people. Hello, Facebook and YouTube people. But it starts on the 18th of October. Only 14 days, completely free. That's where you can register, guys. Okay. So I'm going to move my phone. Hang on. Sorry. Move the phone back. I definitely need another setup. So how is everybody? Who have we got? We've got Laurie. Laurie doesn't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So there's Laurie doesn't. Are they those pocket games that were so popular? They are. like little things that you would have in your pocket. They're Nintendo games. Do you know did anybody on this live know what they are? Hello, Yvette, how are you? Hello, Christine, how are you? Bonnie, how are you? This makes sense. Daylight savings mucked up my times. Okay, no worries. Yeah, it's actually, I'm just half an hour earlier because I'm hosting a webinar in a moment. Cherie doesn't know what they are. Bonnie, do you know what they are? Do you know what these games are? You're in Australia. I'm sure these are not an Australian thing. Absolutely. Yvette doesn't know, don't recognize those, but I know Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers. Okay, so this is Mario Brothers. Can you see the wording? It says Mario Brothers. Okay, there is a point to all of this in a second, guys. Hello, Cherie. Never did Donkey Kong. Oh, it's so much fun. We actually got these going at a family Christmas. Was it last year or the year before? We got all the batteries working and got them going, and we had the whole family playing them. It was like going back, to our childhood. It was so much fun. So Cherie's in the video challenge. Yvette's in the video challenge. Hello, Olive. How are you? My kids had Nintendo. I would have to ask my son. I don't know. Nobody knows. Okay, let me share with you what these are. And the Donkey Kong looked like this shape, but they're kind of like an orange color. Okay. Oops. Sorry, Bonnie. I've got you stuck on the screen there. Where are you? We'll change it. I know Mario Brothers. Cool. So these games, like Mario Brothers here, if you open them up, okay, there's a couple of screens here. Okay, so in relation to Greenhouse, which is kind of like what the Donkey Kong one looked like, there's two screens. And you work your way through these screens. So Donkey Kong, to use that one as an example, or any of these would do. And the games are similar, like in today's day and age. You've got to go through different levels to get where you want to go. So this is a long-winded way of sort of sharing with you, this is how you should look at your business. And this is a conversation to help maybe new recruits into your business to understand what it takes to be successful, and how the mistakes and the failures that people see, because here's the problem, and here's kind of what my point is. When people make mistakes, or they have a disappointment, or what they consider a failure, like, oh, somebody said no, like I tried to get a customer or somebody into my business, or a client, or whatever it is that you're doing, and it doesn't work out, somebody says no, they see it as a failure. Mistakes and failures have an immediate negative connotation to them. Would you agree? So when you say the word mistake, or you say the word failure, what does that immediately conjure up for you? More often than not, it would be bad. Okay. My point of sharing this analogy with you of Donkey Kong, or any probably modern video game today, is we need mistakes and failures. And I know you know this consciously, but subconsciously, it's probably a different feeling in your body. But consciously, we need mistakes and failures and things to go wrong to get through the different levels of your business to get to the end goal. Okay. And this is what you want to explain to people that you work with, on how the disappointing things, the mistakes and the failures, are absolutely necessary, and they're a blessing for you to work out where your gaps are, where things are going wrong, so you can improve them. So take Donkey Kong. If you don't know what Donkey Kong is, it's a Nintendo game where there's a big ape that sits at the top of the let's just say tree, but there's the levels that go in this game. Okay. And he stands at the top of the tree and deliberately tries to throw you off course. And this is like what your business is going to be. So he's throwing barrels down these. So there's a ramp, there's a ramp, there's a ramp, the ramp. So he's up the top there trying to throw you off course and throw these barrels to pull you off your feet. Do you feel like that in your business sometimes? Like the barrel comes down, you're knocked off your feet, the wind has been taken out of you, and it's just like, well, that didn't work, or I failed at this, or I got knocked down, or somebody said no, or whatever. We constantly have these failures, and it could actually be a mistake that you made. So you didn't act quick enough, so the barrel came down, took you from underneath your feet, and you failed. So this is what most people do in business, and this is the sad part. So this is why I'm making my point. Something like Donkey Kong has got various levels. So let's say your goal, your rank, your money income, all the rest of it is at the end of the levels. But you've got to get 10 through 10 levels of Donkey Kong to get to where you want to go, like the ultimate goal, which could be something like financial freedom. Who knows? Whatever is important to you. But you've got to take the knocks and the disappointments and the failures and the getting knocked down, over and over and over and over again before you might even get to level 2. And then it happens all over again. And you get to level 2 and the barrels are coming faster and the mistakes happen quicker or something like that. But to get to where you want to go, which could ultimately be something like financial freedom, you've got to go through all 10 levels. You've got to take the knocks and the bruises and the failures and the mistakes, and everything comes with it before you practice and you practice and you practice and you practice and you get good at it. And you get through level 1. You get a couple of customers or a few ambassadors or something like that. And then you fine tune your language and you actually learn to be a human rather than before a marketer. And you're getting really good at how to lead a conversation and thinking of somebody else's needs before your own. Those kind of things. Then you get through level 2, and then you get some momentum because you're getting more of a following on social media because you've worked out how to be a cool person on social media. And rather than having commission breath, you're actually giving out good value to social media and more people are following you. So you've worked out level 3, and then you get to level 4 and, you've been knocked down again, but you still got the goal of financial freedom. So you pick yourself up, you learn what you need to learn, you get better at what you need to get better, and then you get to level 5. Do you get my point? The sad thing about our industry is most people get knocked out at level 1. Something collects them from underneath their feet and they don't practice again. You can't get through level 1 until you sit there on this game and go, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get better at this. Have you ever been on a computer game at all, guys, where you're just determined and you have another go and you have another go and you have another go and you yes, I did it. And then you get to level 2 and it's like, I suck at level 2, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. This is your business. And this is what new people in our industry go through. And a lot of people get knocked down at level 1 because they can't take the knockdowns. They don't know how to. You haven't helped prime them from the disappointments and the expectations, those kind of things. Or they're not willing to sort of see mistakes and failures as exactly what they need to learn to get better. So if we can have conversations with people that enter this industry a lot earlier in their journey and say, your business is like Donkey Kong. I'm going to give you a bit of an analogy and then go level 1, level 2. We need to get knocked down and we need mistakes so we can practice to get better and better and better. But you're going to get knocked down. You're going to get disappointments. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to get bowled over sometimes and it's going to hurt. But you got to get back up on your feet. And you just got to practice your language, practice your wording. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to continue to make the same mistakes. So get a mentor, practice things. Am I making sense, guys? Can you see the relationship between how we need to set people up for success in their business and like a Donkey Kong game? Because this is where those people at level 1, if you see mistakes and failures and being knocked down as such a reflection on your personality and your skill level and all the rest of it, you're not even going to get to level 2, let alone the ultimate goal. So people need to know, and you guys need to know, that mistakes and failures are all part of the lessons to identify the gaps. You need them. Mistakes and failures are a blessing to you as long as you you think about it and you perceive it and you absorb it the right way. So if you're thinking, okay, I didn't get that didn't work. What did I do wrong? What's my gap? So then you can keep practicing and get to level 2. That's your next rank. Level 3 is your next rank. And every level you go to won't get you to the next level. There'll be something else you need to learn. There'll be another gap. For some of you, it'll be leadership. It'll be, okay, I kind of know what to say to people and I can get people in, but my new people aren't winning. Like I can't duplicate. It's like, well, maybe you don't even have enough systems in your business to help duplicate. Or maybe you haven't taught them how to actually talk to people as a human being. My whole motto, be a human before you're a marketer. Somebody in our team, just our own team, I saw shared a message the other day about how to get customers and the language they were using, and it's like, oh, that's so selfish. I don't believe in that. I don't care what anyone says. I do not believe in building this business selfishly. I don't know about you guys, but it's always about how what we've got can help other people, not about what you can get out of it. It's not about the sale. It's not about the commission at the end of the day. We're here to help people with our products and services or our business opportunity to help them get financially more, free. Does that make sense? So do you get the analogy of why a game like this is a good example? Because here's what people mainly need to absorb. Mistakes and failures are absolutely necessary to identify the gaps that somebody doesn't have. If you completely, say the wrong thing to somebody and lose a customer, fabulous lesson to learn. Not woe is me, I did a bad job, I turned them off, I'm such an idiot. It's like, okay, what lesson can I learn from that? If you can teach your new people to absorb that kind of understanding around mistakes and failures when things don't go their way, and use the Donkey Kong example, like, man, you're going to get knocked off your feet all the time. Or somebody says, I did a really bad job of that. I think I lost that sale, or, I said the wrong thing or whatever. It's like, Donkey Kong, you're just at level 1. You're just learning, and you're going to make mistakes, and the barrel is going to come and collect you from your feet over and over and over again until you practice and get really good at it. And it's not a bad thing. Anything that to get really, really good at, you need to practice over and over and over again and go through the different levels. And this level won't get you to that level. You need a new skill here. And level 2 won't get you to level 3 because you need another level of skill there. And you're going to have mistakes and failures at every single level. Would you agree? Unless you absolutely blitz it and somebody goes through all 10 levels or however many levels they are, get to financial freedom, and they can't duplicate underneath them because they learnt nothing. They just got gifted brilliance and it happened, but their whole team underneath them is failing because they don't know how to teach them, how to build the business. For me in my journey, I can't necessarily say things come easily, but I'll never give up. I'll never give up. Sometimes I do things a little bit slower, but I'm okay with that. And I'm not afraid to make mistakes because you know what? It makes me a better mentor. It makes me a better coach. It makes me a leader when I've gone through the struggle and I've overcome the struggle. So for you guys, if you ever want to be a leader of a team in some capacity, the bigger your struggle is, the better the mentor you're going to be, honestly. But that's not what anybody's looking for. Everybody's looking to get there. And, those people that get there fast, that's what people compare themselves to. And if they don't get them there, if they don't get themselves there that fast, they think they've got comparitis. They compare. You with me? That's a dangerous place to sort of be. Okay. So just checking out your comments here. Bonnie, I'm feeling like this at the moment. So true. Great example. It's like playing candy cane. Yeah. And this, it's not like I'm using Donkey Kong as example and Mario Brothers and, whatever, because that's what I've physically got here. But really any game kind of works the same way. So whatever game that you can relate to, really. Yes, I get it. Sounds like my life. And it is a bit like life as well. Like I'm relating it to business, but it is like our life as well. We need to get knocked down. Sometimes, unfortunately, we don't like it, and things can happen that are out of your control that knock you down. But it's not about being knocked down. It's about what you do with that and what you can learn from that to be stronger and, better the next time. We have to change the way we perceive mistakes and failure, and that helps us grow. And that's part of, basically the point that I'm making today. I don't believe in building selfishly either. Love the analogy. Exactly. So needed this one today. Great analogy. And where this is helpful for you is, and this is another thing to take away from this live, is people remember stories. And this is how you want to promote on social media. Curiosity posts, sharing something in your life and then relating it to building a business online or a product, like your journey with a product or something. When you tell a story and then relate it to, the business, the opportunity or a product, people remember that. So largely what people do on social media in our industry is just go out and talk about their product, which is just a thing. Or they talk about, join me, I'm looking for 5 people to join my business. Oh, wacky do, lucky for you. No emotion behind that. So remember the difference between information and emotion. This is something I say all the time. If you can store this, along with the analogy, information versus emotion. So if I can give you a story that you might remember, oh, that Donkey Kong thing that Helen talked about. If you can remember that and share this story to a new team member of yours when they're feeling down, or they lost a customer, or they're trying so hard, but they're just not getting somebody over the line to join them in their team, remember this analogy and share that with them. Like, our business is just like a game of Donkey Kong with the different levels and getting knocked down, and we need to get knocked down to know how to improve. So let's have a chat about what happened so we can work out what you need to improve, your language, your approach, your whatever. Learn from mistakes and failures. So there's a couple of big lessons here in this video, and I hope you've got them, and I hope that you can use this example and use it with other people that you work with to help them understand that mistakes and failures are not bad. They're absolutely necessary to get through the different levels in the business. And if you get through all the different levels without making a mistake or a failure, you won't be duplicatable. You just won't, because you haven't gone through the struggles yourself. Okay, so I hope this is helpful to you in some way. Just referring to the screen there, those of you on Instagram can't see it, helenmartinonline.com/video. Register for our free video challenge on Facebook, 14 days starting on October the 18th. Get into the group now so you can get the instructional videos and start. Hopefully some of you will join us on Clubhouse tomorrow for our discussion about how do we sort of change the perception of this industry that we're in. This is a really important discussion, and you've got to equip yourself with skills to deal with that. Okay, so hopefully I'll see some of you on Clubhouse tomorrow and on my live here at my normal time. Okay, have an awesome day for whatever part of the day it is for you guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye. So bye Instagram first. And now move my phone. See you guys.